Welcome back to our Alaska series. In episode 0, I told you how my wife kicked my lower backside to go gold hunting in Alaska. By the way, the love of my life is standing behind the camera right now. 2015, on my very first trip, I had neither GoPros nor camcorders or something like that with me, but I had my phone to shoot pictures, and I had this here, my diary, which is really kind of a very precious treasure for me from Alaska. Anyway, let's jump right now into my very first Alaska trip, 2015, which, in some way changed my life. In episode 0, I told you how I pulled the trigger. So now the bullet is on its journey. But before it hits the target, it has to fly a long way. I was a little bit worried about all the unknown things and about the people I would meet there deep in the Alaskan wilderness. And I was very excited. In this episode, I will find my very first ounce of Alaskan gold, and I will meet some very inspiring people, some new friends. I will never forget that trip, never. July 9, 2015, flight. Everything worked well. In Fairbanks, I lost the way with the camper for a moment. Excellent RV park. Bought some stuff in Fred Meyer. Ate a New York steak in Gina's Grill. Slept like a log. Awake at 6 a.m. without alarm clock. And finally, I arrived at my destination. Chicken Gold Camp, deep in the huge 40-mile mining district. Man, I was nervous. Would I get along with the people? Would I find some gold? I was way more worried about these things than about bears or so. July 10, Fairbanks Chicken, 3 hours in Walmart. Very pleasant Americans, stunning road trip. Fueled up in tow. Americans are extremely pleasant and helpful. Soon after Toke on the Taylor Highway. Extremely beautiful. Only one car per 30 minutes. Arrival in Chicken. Louis very friendly. Ate canned spaghetti, frosties and bread. Slept again like a log. Again awake before the alarm clock. My favorite way to travel is clearly with family and friends, but this time I was alone, and I found out traveling alone is very intensive and very beautiful. Anyway, I was totally focused on gold prospecting, and so I was getting ready to start. The claim owner himself showed me around and helped me to set up my high banker. He told me it's a mix of hard work, knowing what to do, and a little bit of luck. And I soon found some gold. On the evening of this first day I had 1.39 grams, which was an encouraging start. According to my diary, I ate 2 cans of chili con carne for dinner. Next morning I wrote in my diary, 7:15 a.m. I'm cooking coffee. Today I mentally arrived and I'm not that tense anymore. I was pretty nervous the first days. If everything works well, I'm very happy now. Let's go to the claim. It was my wish to find 1 ounce on this trip to become member of the famous 1 ounce club. But as every gold prospector knows, gold prospecting can change from heaven to hell very fast. Today again at the same spot, unfortunately only 1.57 grams, despite the double amount of processed material. Tomorrow last trial, if not better, I go prospecting. Shitty day, 3 hours overburden and then a broken shovel, 0.47 grams, frustrated. Went prospecting, new spot downstream from the Randy, I'll drive it there tomorrow. Hopefully it will be better. If I don't find a pocket I can forget the ounce. And this was the moment when I got inspired by two amazing folks. I met Sylvia and Henry, two excellent Swiss gold prospectors with tons of Alaska experience. Man, we really had a great time together. Spent awesome evenings at the campfire or in the saloon in Chicken downtown. I will never forget Henry's sparkling eyes when he told me about his prospecting adventures. Sure, they also gave me some specific advice what indicators to look for here. But what really helped me to find more gold was the inspiration of seeing their determination, persistence and love for gold prospecting. Like I already mentioned in my gold prospectivism videos, this is a key to success for almost everything. No surprise to hear that Henry is a very successful entrepreneur in Switzerland. He didn't achieve this by talking, he achieved it by doing. Meeting Henry and Sylvia somehow kicked my ass. Today was good, worked hard and was rewarded with 2.48 grams. A little bit of back pain, but beside that I'm doing pretty well. Henry and Sylvia found a 7.9 gram nugget today. I'm so happy for them, they worked pretty dang hard for it. I had already a lot of gold prospecting experience as well in Switzerland, but here in Alaska I had to learn one more time to believe in myself, stay determined and go ahead full throttle despite the hurting muscles. Most people don't dig deep enough for test pans or when prospecting, they often give up way too fast. Well, inspired by Henry and Sylvia, I persisted and soon found a pretty decent spot. Maybe this spot was my chance to make the ounce. Awesome day, found a pay streak. Despite half day shoveling muck, I got 6.33 grams. Dream weather, totally exhausted. Almost fell asleep when I was sitting in the outhouse. Go to bed early, tomorrow gonna be difficult. Lots of muck came down. I hope it doesn't rain so it will be very hard to uncover more pay streak. Day 6 dream weather, changed the engine, 4.87 grams. Burgers for dinner with Henry and Sylvia in Chicken Saloon. 3.15 grams, I'm completely pooped. Forearms hurt like hell cause they are skinned. Change the high banker position at 3 PM. Follow the clay downstreams and hope there is enough gold left for completing the ounce. .43 grams, final spurt. I'm dead tired. I hope I'll persist until the ounce. And then I just wrote the word coyote down. Well, this was a fun story. I was so focused on shoveling that I didn't notice a coyote watching me from 20 meters. Randy saw the coyote which observed me and told me in the evening about it. Next morning we found coyote poop on the plane. Time went by so incredibly fast and something happened with me. A fire started burning, which is still burning today. A fire of dedication, determination and believing in myself. It sure wasn't just the hobby gold prospecting, which basically was fun. I think it was the sum of all pieces of this trip and the people which changed me and which somehow made me start to fly. After I got my one-ounce hat, it was time to travel home to my beloved wife. I really missed her hard. But there was one more thing waiting for me, like the great big final of this trip. I drove back towards Fairbanks through the Alaskan night. This was just indescribable. The everlasting golden hour and me driving alone on the Alaska highway. Incredible. Somewhere in the middle of the night I found a cool boondocking spot at the river. It was just too beautiful to waste time with sleeping, so I stayed awake almost the whole night, enjoying the moment. I will never ever forget that. Never. Next day, when I was back in Fairbanks waiting outside the airport, I really had tears of joy in my eyes. A dream started to form. A dream of coming back one day.